Hey guys, it feels like yesterday when I was still in school. And since then, so many things happened over all these years. Now I got 2 big YouTube channels. I travel to over 20 different countries. And a lot of other things happened to me. Good things and bad things. I lost family members as well. But, through it all, I learned valuable lessons. Mostly from all the bad decisions I made, from my mistakes. So, in this video, I want to share 10 mistakes that every teenage guy needs to avoid. I'm doing this video because a lot of guys these days don't have good role models to look up to. You might not have anyone that points you in the right direction, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes as me and so many other people out there in the world. So let's get to the video.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong.
Just very quick, if it's your first time here on my channel, welcome to DL Immortal Lifestyle. I'm Daniel, and please consider subscribing and also clicking that notification bell so you won't miss any of the next videos. Now, guys, most of you are still very young. You got your whole life in front of you. And you're gonna have to make a lot of decisions. Some not so important, but some will change your life. And so I hope that I can help you with some of the decisions that you have to make. And so let's start with the first mistake that you need to avoid. Don't try to have many friends. Just try to have a few good ones. I'm still friends with my best friend from high school. We're still together, and let me tell you, there's nothing that beats a good friend that will stick by you through thick and thin. A good friend is something that money cannot buy. Loyalty, trust, respect, honesty, and understanding. These are the top qualities that you need to have in a good friend. Now, some guys say, well, I've got a lot of friends, but then when any kind of hardship struck you, suddenly those friends nowhere to be seen. When you think about it, why are your friends your friends? Are they your friends because they really care for you and they like you? Or is it all about what you can do for them? Now, while you grow older, you will face many challenges that this life will throw at you. And that's when you will need good friends that will stick by you. And family, of course, which takes us to the next point. Never put money before family. The older you get, the more you realize this. And here's the thing. Your family won't always be here. I lost 2 brothers. My dad also died recently. So don't take your family for granted. Yes, it's not always easy. Your family is not perfect. They make mistakes and they will make a lot more. But so will you. So forgive them, love them, and appreciate them. I won't see my brothers again in this life, nor my father. I lost them, but I did not lose all those wonderful memories. So my advice to you is make more memories instead of money, and do it right now while you have time. Never choose money over passion. There's a lot of kids these days, I feel so sorry for them because their parents keep on telling them things like you have to be a doctor or you have to be a lawyer to just have enough money. But don't do it if it's not your passion. If it's your passion and you think you will like it, then of course, it's fine. Be a doctor, help people, be a lawyer. But don't do it if you're not going to like it, if it's not your passion. Let me give you an example here. America. It's a great first world country, right? Right. And even in America, the Conference Board reports that 53% of all Americans are unhappy at work. That's so sad. Imagine that. You wake up every morning, you have to go to a job that you don't like. You spend more time at your job than you do at home. That's awful. So this is very, very important. So please, listen up. Find a job that you can live out your passion. Because money will not make you happy. by doing something that you love, that you have a passion for. That will make you happy. And then, if you get money for it, that's even better. So, if you love playing games, you can become a game developer. And then, if you always like helping people with their relationships, you can become a psychologist. This world is huge. So, go out there, look at all the options, and choose the right one. Don't believe everyone. There's a lot of innocent people there that just easily trust people. Trust is earned. This world is not what it seems, and it will take some life experience to really understand what I'm telling you today. Be very, very careful with what you let into your mind. Those cool TV series and movies that you keep on watching, that's not reality, and you don't need to be like them. You need to know that most celebrities out there are not good role models. Most of them are used by the media to influence how you think and feel about everything. Now you need to know something. There are a very powerful group of elites behind very big organizations, and they pull the strings of news reporters, celebrities, and even politicians. So before you just go and trust anything you hear, ask yourself, wait a minute, is this really true? Or is there more to the story? Because there usually is more to the story. One of the biggest lessons that I learned is never to jump to conclusions, to make assumptions, and to always think that I am right. Because there's always more to the story. Never choose a shortcut over what is right. You might think, well, it's gonna be easier and no one's gonna see you. Let me just cheat a little here. But it will come back and bite you in the ass. Don't be lazy. Do what is required the right way, because then you'll do it effectively and you'll learn how to do it well. Whatever you do, always give your best. And then you can stand back and say, man, I did all of this myself. I gave my all, and you can be proud about that. Now, with that said, of course, you can find smarter ways of doing things, but if it's unethical or wrong, don't do it. If it is right, if it saves you time, if it is smarter, then it's fine. But always remember, be a man of honor, a good character, have integrity, because that is what the world needs right now. Don't be scared to speak your mind, but always remember to do it with a humble attitude, and then do it with love and compassion. For example, if you meet people from other religions or different worldviews, then hear them out. Hear what they have to say. Don't feel defensive and listen. And then you can also tell them what you believe. Why should you speak with love and compassion? Because if you don't, you will come off as aggressive or arrogant, and nobody wants to listen to aggressive and arrogant people. In fact, most people don't. So you think you're explaining to this guy that he has to believe you. This is number one, this is number two, this is number three, and what's wrong with you? You're wrong. You think he's listening, but he's not even listening to you because he switched off because of the way that you talk to him. So remember, it's not just what you say, but it's how you say it. Listen to good role models. And please don't tell me your good role models are rappers who just use swear words and they just curse and talk about all the bad stuff in the world all the time. Or some celebrity who's just in and out of rehab all the time. If you don't have good role models, then get people who you can really look up to. Strong role models that are open, and they speak the truth, they have integrity, they have a good character, and they are full of wisdom. One of my big role models is Ravi Zachariah. Unfortunately, he passed away recently, but other role models are Martin Luther and Jesus. And also my dad, who passed away recently. Listen to wise people. Don't always think that you know everything, because that just shows that you still have much to learn. Walk with the wise to become wise. And remember, the more you talk, the more you just repeat things that you already know, so you don't grow. But the more you listen, the more you learn and the more you grow. Don't make hasty decisions, especially if it's a big decision. You know, I used to do that a lot when I was younger, and I made so many stupid mistakes. I just jumped into something without even thinking about the consequences. And I've hurt a lot of people. And I can't go back in time to change it, to redo it. All I could do is just go and say, I'm sorry, to apologize. Try to make it right. So before you just jump in and do something, think, what will the consequences be? How will it influence me and those around me? What are my other options? Is it really the right time? And is it the right thing to do? Don't just focus on the bad. Again, media mostly just shows us bad things because they know psychologically humans tend to focus on bad things more, so they get more views. And I used to focus a lot on bad things and things that happen in the world, and I wanted to change the world, change people for the better. But I became very negative because I felt I couldn't change everything. But then one day I realized something. I don't need to change everybody. I just need to change some people. I can only do what I can do. I might not be able to change the whole world, but I can change a few people and make a difference in their lives. So I decided to look at life in a balanced way. There's bad, of course, but there's a lot of good. And so I started to focus more on the good. So while you're growing older, choose for yourself to enjoy life. And yes, it is a decision that you can make. Enjoy nature. Enjoy sport. And enjoy good food. There's so much good out there in the world. We tend to just focus on the negative, but there's so much good. So start today and look out for all the good in your life. Don't waste your time. You're still young. You might think, hey, I've still got 70 years to go. Oh no, not everyone will live to be 80 years old. My two brothers, they died in their early 20s. So don't waste the time that you've been given by God. Use it for good. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. So please, don't waste your time by being lazy and ignoring opportunities. Use the time that you've been given with your talents and make the most of it. And remember, most of all, use this life to prepare for the one that comes next. Think about it for a little while. Let it sink in, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.